Good
Hello.
morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We've been choosing different weather aspects to describe the midweek update, although I think last week was like the get a cup of coffee edition or something like that.
Yeah, the
But
coffee
this
edition was nice.
this edition has to be the Holy Week edition because we really want to talk about the things that are coming up this week, and they're coming up fast, and there are a lot of things happening. So we're going to move through the calendar, but also with some information about some of those things that might be helpful. So the first thing I want to mention is that we are having Love Feast on Thursday at 6 o'clock. We start in the sanctuary, we move to the narthex for a meal and for feet washing, and then also for communion. And the thing I want to say about Love Feast, we've had an RSVP, and many people responded, but even if you didn't respond, please come. We'll have extra spaces available. The thing I want to say about Love Feast in regard to feet washing especially is that we have it set up so that when it's time for feet washing, everybody is sitting at the tables in the center of the room. We'll just have had the meal, and people can go to the feet washing circles at either end of the narthex and participate as they're ready and if they want to. So if you're new to Love Feast and you haven't done this before, or you're not sure about washing feet, or you have something that would limit you from doing that, it's okay. Come, sit at the table. We'll be singing hymns. People will be coming and going for the feet washing part. The other thing I want to say about feet washing is if you are physically limited and you'd like to participate, let's say something's happened and you can't get down on your knees and get back up again, for example, please still feel free to participate to the level that you can. So you can come and have your feet washed even if you can't wash another person's feet. We will accommodate that. We'll work with that. We want people to participate as much as they can and as much as they want to. So that's the invitation piece that I wanted to give regarding Love Feast. Seth and Amy and I are taking different parts of it. We're going to be leading that service, and so we're looking forward to that. About Good Friday, that service is at noontime, and it is a community Good Friday service, and it will be here at our church. We're hosting this year, so it'll be in our sanctuary. I'm still putting together the order of that. Different pastors are participating. I think the focus will be on a reading of the Passion narrative. That's not the part that I'm working on, but that's kind of the bulk, the centerpiece of that experience of Good Friday. So if you're available and you want to come to that service here in our sanctuary, noontime on Friday.
And then we begin Easter Sunday with the sunrise service at 7:30. This will be my first one with you. I like saying that. I don't know why, but it's my first one with you, as well as Love Feast. But I'm aware that we will be in the Memorial Garden facing east, and the parking lot is on the east side. So come at 7:20, and or we will all welcome whoever comes in after 7:30. It will be a quieter, reflective service together, and then we'll move into the FLC for breakfast.
Yeah, so we're excited to have a meal together on Sunday at 8 a.m. So after the sunrise service, we'll have a breakfast there of oatmeal and baked oatmeal and some egg casserole dishes as well, amongst some other fruit and things. So we invite you to come at 8 o'clock and share around the tables together that meal.
Those of you who volunteered to bring egg casseroles or baked oatmeal in pans, you're on a list, and you'll be contacted by, I think, Catherine Half, to give you information about timing of that and what you need to do and so forth. So don't call me and ask what to do with your egg casserole. If you have to call a pastor, call Seth. He's the egg casserole pastor. But you should be receiving information about that. And it's if you don't make it to sunrise service and you come to breakfast and you come a little bit later, that's fine. I think we're probably going to be cleaning up breakfast by about maybe 9 o'clock at the latest, so that we can transition then to our Easter worship service in the sanctuary at 9:30, which is our regular time. And that's going to be a really lovely service, singing some familiar Easter hymns. The bells are playing. Robert Lynn is playing his cello. There's trumpets. Really, it's going to be a very celebratory, meaningful service. So I invite you to come to that. And then afterwards, we will have some time for fellowship. We're not having any Sunday school classes on Easter, but come to worship and then spend some time with each other afterwards, out in the narthex to visit, to have some coffee, to talk, and then also to stop by if you want the table with information about joining the choir or just knowing more about the choir. We're going to get that program up and going. And Robert Lynn and David Hupp will be there to answer your questions.
And I just wanted to look a little bit further out at something and a need for something as well. Just looking out, an update about our first Sing Me Home event of the year, and that is on May 7th. And I know many of you have reserved tickets. I would invite you to put yourself on the waiting list. We have a few more spots that probably will still be able to get tickets. And so I would invite you to get on there if you haven't yet, so you can reserve a seat if we are indoors. But if we are outdoors, as we get closer, there will be information that lets folks know that there won't be a cap on numbers, that will be outdoors, and some other instruction about that as well. So wanted just to let you know to look for those things, as well as for that event. We could use a few more parking assistants and ushers. So if there's if that's something you would like to be willing to offer for that May 7th concert for Carrie Newcomer, just contact me, and I can put you into one of those spots. So looking forward, look for more updates, and always, if you have any questions, you can contact me as well about that event.
I think that wraps us up. I would like to end us with a prayer, if you would all pray with me. God, this is a week of flowers bursting, white blooms on the trees and daffodils. Yellow seems to be everywhere, and little blue flowers in yards scattered like a carpet. We give you thanks for the vibrant green and these blooms. We've been waiting a long time for them. And in the midst of this week, we hold on to that color and the blooming, the new life, the greening, because this is a hard week of remembering. Be with us as we move through the steps of Holy Week, the steps of community, of sharing our love for each other, of service, of sorrow, and of relief. Amen.
Amen.
See you all soon, I hope.